want to thank you for tuning in. This video is about the fact that Messiah, through praying to the Father, reveals that the Father has revealed himself unto babes, not unto the wise and prudent. I wish I could define it a little closer to help people understand the difference between babes and the wise and the prudent. The wise and the prudent, typically, let me put it this way, this is one way. They're typically people that rise into leadership. Okay? The babes are servants. They're sheep. They're gentle. The wise and prudent typically are those who study long and hard in the scripture, think they know so much. But they aren't sheep. They have a lot of head knowledge. Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Granted, they learn some truth. Many times they have a spirit of superiority. Sometimes they're even controlling people. And they're quick to think rather than being slow to wrath. Because the people that are quick to wrath are quick to think usually also. It's an important thing to realize concerning behavior among people. So we need to understand what the scriptures tell us about behavior and things like that. And Messiah showed us through his prayer to the Father that he's revealed his truth unto babes, but he's hidden these things from the wise and prudent. Now the wise and prudent think they have it all down. They make clean the outside of the cup, but within they're full of dead men's bones. This is the stark difference. So when we meet those that on the outside seem all good and fine, and people look at them and think, is this person pleasant? Okay. Well, Messiah wasn't always pleasant. Okay. He didn't come with flowery speech. He came with the words of life. I think it was Peter that told Messiah, take it easy on yourself. Messiah rebuked him for that. Now, commonly we'd like that. Take it easy on yourself. Isn't that soft and cushy? Right? Oh, such comforting words. But Messiah rebuked Peter. He says, get behind me, Hasatan. You don't savor the things of the Father. Very important to understand. There's a big difference. We see people that have a lot of head knowledge spend a lot of time in the Word. It's all they do is drink it in because their minds want it. Right? There's a difference. See, the sheep drink it in because their hearts want it. Change me, O Elohim. Make me what you want me to be. This is what the sheep seek after. Now, granted, there are people that are not sheep that they're still working on the inside, but they never seem to get there. Scripture tells us those people, they're ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. You know, and not that I have it all down or know it all or anything like that, but there's a difference, you know, because when we really love people with the love of the Father, you know, we know He's given that to us, but it doesn't mean we've arrived at anything, even at that. As much as we can love, it will never match the love of the Father. And it's interesting that someone called Messiah good. He says, "Why do you call me good? There is none good but the Father." You know? And as holy as Messiah is, you know, as much as He did, He recognized the difference. And He, even being perfect, made us know what real goodness is. And that comes from the Father. So being babes, it's necessary to take that humble approach. Babes are humble. Sheep, they're gentle. We need to seek after the Father with our whole heart. You know, so I've seen people who get into a way of studying certain things every week, right? Or on certain days, on Sabbath or whatever, and they still don't get it. They think, you know, that they're becoming holy. By reading the Word, you know, your righteousness is not in the Word. Okay? That's one of the key things. Our righteousness can only come from Messiah. Understanding more. What does that do? Okay? Well, it means we're accountable for more. So how do we really find holiness? That's purity, right? We find that through cleansing the inside of the cup. It's not about spending time and learning countless things in the Scripture. How good we can speak Hebrew, you know. When we see each other and we say, you know, Hebrew words, you know. Okay? As far as I'm concerned, I'm in an English-speaking country. I'm speaking English, okay? Yeah, it's good to know Hebrew. I like to get to know the Hebrew because the Scriptures were delivered in Hebrew, right? From the Father. That's the language that the Jewish people spoke. So that's what was delivered to them. And so when we understand, you know, a bit more about Hebrew words and the meaning in depth, the sod, okay? Spelled S-O-D. Now in English we say, oh, that's sod, you know, but in Hebrew it's sod. Just like the name Job, right? When I first saw it, I said, that's Job. No, it's Job. See? So we start to understand a little bit of difference. And when we understand the meaning of them, these words, we understand more about what the Father's intent is. When we understand who babes are, then we understand more who Messiah is. And when we understand more who Messiah is, we understand what a babe is, what a sheep is, a lamb, right? That's what we have to seek after. Cleanse the inside of the cup, and the whole thing will be cleaned. I could do several videos on this, and maybe I'll do more in time. I'm not going to do a series on this one, but there's so much, you know, in that vein to discuss, and this is just getting started on this stuff. We need to become babes. We need to become lowly like Messiah, because that's the only way to holiness. It's the only way to everlasting life, to glorify the Father. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and come on back and watch more Let's Fellowship. And may Elohim be praised in all we do and say.